I'm Carl Lotz, and I have been the Scoutmaster of Troop 76 at different occasions, along with Charter, our unit commissioner, but now I am the Charter organization representative. And that's how I got to know Ann. I had the opportunity to be Scoutmaster again here in the 2000s, and Ann's sons were involved in the troop. As I got to know Ann is a person that does things right. She knows what the rules and regulations of scouting are, and she was keeping the administration, at least of Troop 76, in tow under the circumstances. Enough so that when I became Scoutmaster, I asked her if she would become my XO, meaning executive officer, and she did and served for those 3 years. Her service was outstanding, and I couldn't say more about what she was able to accomplish, not only for the troop, but for the leadership of the troop itself. Does she deserve the award? Well, anybody that knows her and knows her activities would have to say absolutely.
Jim McCormick. I'm the former Scoutmaster at Troop 76 and currently Assistant Scoutmaster and committee member. I've known Ann Babb for probably 15 years, since when both our sons were Cub Scouts. And then I got to know her better when she joined the Scout Troop about 6-8 years ago. And somebody who, honestly, I can say, doesn't say no to any question you ask her. When I first met her, her comment was, I want to get involved in the scouting program and the troop, and just tell me what I can do. And I just told her, learn or tell me what you like. She learned, and over the last 8 years, I've seen her go from starting off as a new mom to literally there's nothing she doesn't do. From her wood badge beads, her powder horn device, on up to taking care of almost anything and everything in the troop. She's been involved at the council level, troop level. It doesn't matter. If there's an opportunity in scouting, Ann's found it. And with that don't say no to anything. I think that's really the biggest reason Ann deserves the Silver Beaver Award. She's worked hard, and she's a tribute to scouting in general. I'm very proud. Ann, congratulations. It's a well-deserved award.
My name is Lisa Draper, and I am a parent and committee member. And Mr. Coxon saw his son Brian becoming the second Eagle Scout of Troop 117. And yet he stayed to see over 40 more Eagle Scouts come out of Troop 117. And he has been there to mentor them and guide them through that process. And I really want to congratulate him on being recognized for all of these years of service, and it is well earned. So thank you.
Good evening. My name is Barb Meyers. I'm with Troop 117, and I've held several positions with that troop. And I came to that troop with my son about 14 years ago when he was a Weeblo Scout. And one of the things that impressed me most was when I met with Chuck Coxon. He was very encouraging about my involvement with the troop. He always encourages, whether it be our youth or whether it be our adults, to step up and run with an idea and go for it with every gusto, and he is so supportive of all of our efforts. And in my closing, I would just like to pay respect to the chief. Oogum boogum. Have a good night.
Good evening, and greetings from the warm, sunny, snow-free Kingdom of Bahrain. My name is Brian Coxon. I am proud to know one of this year's Silver Beaver recipients. Most people in Chester County know him as Chuck Coxon, Mr. Coxon, or just Chuck. I, however, have the honor and privilege of calling him Dad. My dad is one of the kindest, most generous people you could ever hope to meet. He is the first one to step up to help his neighbors, fellow scouters, or complete strangers. Not a day goes by that my dad does not live up to one of the pillars of the Scout Law. My dad continues to share his love of scouting with his grandson Alex. This past summer, while I was deployed to Bahrain, he took Alex to Weeblo Summer Camp at Goshen Scout Reservation in Virginia. When I had the chance to Skype with Alex after, he could not stop ranting and raving about how much fun he had with his grandpa. So, congratulations, Dad, on your 2014 Silver Beaver. And P.S. Alex wants to know, are your bags packed for this summer? Even though I'll be home, nothing can compete with a legend and a grandpa. Love you.
I'm Carl Lotz, and I have been the Scoutmaster of Boy Scout Troop 76 at different times. And I was the Scoutmaster of Troop 76 back when Scott Hoops got his Eagle, and that was a fair length of time ago. He received his Eagle in Troop 76, and then of course went on to be active in other troops and other districts as he became an adult. One of the advantages of being a Scoutmaster is the fact that you have the opportunity from time to time to see a young man develop, go along, and be active in the community and serve his community. I've worked with Scott in some young men's Eagle projects along with his son. And by the way, Scott also has a son that is an Eagle Scout. Do I believe that Scott deserves this award? I definitely do. Scott has served his district in many different positions. I think you will find that Scott is an outstanding Eagle Scout, and of course you're always the Eagle Scout, and he is continuing to serve scouting even today.
I'm Mary Kuklinski. I'm the Commissioner for Chester County Council. I met Scott several years ago when I first became a district commissioner in Octorara, and Scott was the district commissioner for Horseshoe Trails at the time. I learned a lot about commissioning from Scott when I was first a district commissioner. We kind of lost touch a little bit. When I became council commissioner, I needed some help in the technology area. And I reached out to Scott, and turns out he's actually a whiz in that area. And he built some programs that generated training reports that I'm sure a lot of folks in this council have seen. And in fact, those training reports were so well received, they've actually been used as a model for some of the work National is doing for being able to provide training reports to units nationwide. So in addition to that, he has volunteered to be a member of the National Task Force for Commissioners' Toolboxes. And he's been a great asset. He's once again serving as the District Commissioner for Horseshoe Trail and doing a tremendous job there. Congratulations, Scott. You really deserve this. Keep up the good work.
Donna Braun, District Commissioner for Octorara District. I have known Dave Maxwell for quite a number of years. Dave and I were the key three for Octorara District with Matt Groseclose. That's when I first really got to know Dave. His experience in scouting is second to none. He knows pretty much everyone in the community. Great ties within DuPont. He has been active in the scouting community for years. I know he left and went overseas for a while, and when he came back, I believe his children were all grown out of the house, and because of his passion for scouting, he continued to be involved and increased his involvement. He was instrumental in rebuilding the crew that he's involved with, and thanks to that, there are countless numbers of scouts that have benefited from his involvement in the program. Congratulations, David Maxwell. Couldn't think of a more fitting person to receive this amazing accomplishment award.
Hi, I'm Matt Groseclose, and I'm the District Executive from the Octorara District. Dave Maxwell was the District Chair in Octorara when I first started as a professional 2 years ago. Dave was very instrumental for this district during a time when there weren't very many people registered at the district level. And for me personally, he really came through as a calm, caring person that was willing to work with a young professional that had a lot of energy but didn't quite know all of the district volunteers and the unit leaders. Dave was really a good mentor for me. Well, Dave attended the National Jamboree at the Summit last year in 2013. He was part of the venturing crew, and I know that he had to be up at about 5 o'clock in the morning in order to distribute the food. Didn't really get to see him that much while we were down there, but I remember walking around one day with one of the other commissioners from my sub-camp, and I came across this guy in a bandana walking along on a back trail, and it was Dave. He was very friendly and willing to talk to us and everything, tell us about the different experiences that he had. He certainly had quite a few different stories than we did because he was in the venturing camp, and it sounded like they ate pretty well over there because they had some people that owned one of the big restaurant chains. I think it was Chipotle. So David lost a lot of weight before he went, and I'm sure he had to do a lot more hiking in order to keep it off while he was there. Congratulations, Dave. This is a well-deserved honor for you, and thank you.